On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it.
Hey guys, so I don't really have a video planned for this week necessarily. It's been a pretty busy week for me. Just various things, nothing in particular that's sort of taken up all my time. It's just been one of those weeks where I just didn't seem to have that much time to sort of, you know, record and edit a video, let alone think of a topic. So what I thought I'd do is bow down to the subscribers and actually do a request for once, and that is camera setup video. So if you're not really looking to become a vlogger or a vlogger, this video might not be for you. But if it is for you, and if you do want to sort of figure out how to set up your camera to vlog, or you know, if you're just interested in the camera setup, feel free to watch along. So that disclaimer out of the way, this is my helmet. It's a Shark Vision R with a few modifications, as you can see. I guess to start with, the main thingamabob is the camera, right? Please focus in on that. So I have a Hero 3 Black Edition. So the reason why I got the Black Edition is because I'm not racist, I guess you could say. But it's mainly because of the image quality. You can get into a massive debate, you know, GoPro versus drift versus blah 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 blah. I'm not going to do that in this video. That's for you to argue in the comments below. Maybe at the end of the video I'll just give you some tips on why I chose this equipment, etc. Essentially, this is the Black Edition with a battery backpack connected. So it gives me about an hour, 40 minutes record time approximately. You're going to need to carry some extra batteries if you're planning on filming all day. Actually, I might show you how many batteries I have. Give me one sec. So, as I mentioned, I do have a couple of spare batteries because an hour, 40 minutes thereabouts doesn't really get you through the day if you're planning on recording a ride. The batteries I actually use are these ones, which is the Wasabi Power third-party batteries. The reason why I chose them is because, well, they're really the only people who make third-party batteries for a GoPro as far as I know. But the reason why I chose them specifically was they're cheaper than the stock batteries that you buy from GoPro. Not only are they cheaper, but they apparently hold extra charge as well. So you're kind of getting two benefits out of the one battery. Probably if you're going to buy a GoPro and be a vlogger, you're probably going to need a couple extra spare batteries rather than just one. I do have a couple. Let me just show you quickly how many I have. Yeah, it's a bit of an obsession at this stage. Alright, so you've seen my Mount Everest of batteries that I carry around. I don't do it every day, it's just like on the weekends and things like that. The only other thing to really talk about is the microphone. I use a Audio-Technica ATR 3550, I'm pretty sure. It's the one that Accidental Broadcast actually recommended to me, and you know, it does the job. It's, you know, decent audio quality. Just check out my other videos. I connect it using the GoPro Hero 3 mic adapter, as you can see here, and I actually extremely crudely drilled a hole in the side of the case. This was before they released the skeleton case for the Hero 3s, but since I've done it, I actually think this is a slightly better solution because you only have to drill the hole as big as you need, which means that I've actually ridden with this case in pouring rain, and it's been fairly waterproof. You know, you wouldn't take it underwater, but it did its job. And if you need to, this is a ham quick tip, top tip, whatever you want to call it. If you need to, you can put blue tack just around the side there, and when you plug it in, you kind of push the blue tack all around, and it kind of creates a waterproof seal without having to mess around with, you know, too much. Just be careful though, if you have too much blue tack, you can actually make the connection of the USB not go in properly, and then you can get static on your audio track. So keep that in mind. yeah, so the USB adapter connects straight into the 3.5mm jack of the microphone, which then very crudely gets sticky taped down the helmet, if I can focus, down the helmet, and then inside the padding, excuse the dirt and junk, into the padding, and then that winds about 6,000 kilometers through the back here, because it's such a long cable. So if you have a really tiny helmet, it might not work for you. But anyway, it goes around and around and around and around, and eventually comes out at the front of the helmet. Let me see if I can get a shot for you. Alrighty, so you can kind of see the setup here. The wire comes out of sort of the cheek pad there, just kind of chills there, and it clips the microphone on top of the wind guard or the chin guard or whatever you want to call it. And you can see that it's a clip, and it just sort of clips in the bottom here. So the actual microphone itself, the special sauce of this whole setup, is, you know, it looks pretty terrible actually, but it's just some foam that I got. It's audio foam. I don't know if that makes a difference, but it's some foam that I got from the local rubber store, Clark Rubber in Sydney, if you want to go and find it. But your local rubber supplier will be able to supply you with something similar. And I did the first layer here, which is the one inside, for about 10 videos. Like, it was the first 10 videos I only had that layer. And then afterwards I added this second layer, which is now falling apart. But that was to cut out even more wind noise, because it was picking up my voice and it was picking up a little bit of wind noise, and I wasn't too happy. So I made some changes, and so far so good. It sounds pretty good, I reckon. I reckon I could probably improve it, but you know, it does its job. So yeah, there's that. The reason why I have my microphone sort of mounted down there underneath the chin is just because I reckon if I mount it in here in the cheek pad, it's going to muffle my voice a little bit. I like it to pick up all of those little subtleties when you're speaking. I like to make it sound really nice and clear. So that's my reasoning anyway. It might not work in your helmet. I know that this is a really hard metal clip, and if you put on the helmet incorrectly, if you force it on, you don't think about what you're doing, you could end up with a piece of metal stuck through your cheek. So you got to be careful, and it might not work for your helmet. You know, just see what works. Maybe you could use adhesive or something and stick it there. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, that just about does it, I reckon. That's my helmet, that's my camera, microphone's in there. This is the Sena SMH10. I don't really have much to say about it. It's just a Bluetooth device. I use it for music mainly. But anyway, apart from my voice probably sounding really weird and stupid, it's because I'm recording through the camera that I'm using right now, using its internal microphone. So it probably makes my voice sound weird and distorted. Hopefully that doesn't make you turn off the video and run away in despair. But I do have one tip that I was going to mention at the end of the video, and that's a way to keep your footage, doesn't matter whatever camera you're using, could be a GoPro, Contour, Sony if you really must, nice and clear and sharp. And the tip is keep your lens clean. A lot of people don't really think about the lens when they're thinking about an action camera, but I noticed significant differences when I had a clean lens and when I had a dirty lens with lots of fingerprints on it. Especially at nighttime as well. The footage was noticeably more blurry and not sharp when I had fingerprints. And not a lot of fingerprints, just a little bit. So always check your lens. I think that's about it. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave a comment down below. There was one more thing. I don't want to make this video 20 minutes long, but it's kind of feeling that way. The reason why I picked the GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition was because at the end of the day, when I think about it, I'm making a video for an audience, which is you guys. If you're making a video for an audience, you probably have the same goals in mind as I do, and your audience only really cares about two things, right? Number one would be the video quality. Number two would be the image quality. they don't really care too much if it was really easy to turn on and off your camera. They don't really care too much if the camera looks really nice and sleek on your helmet. All they care about are those two things as far as I'm concerned. You're making a video for an audience. If money is no object, and that's a big asterisk right there, if money is no object, why don't you just get the Hero 3 Black? You do have to put up with a lot to go with the Hero 3, but you know, there wasn't much choice for me anyway, and that's just my personal opinion. So anyway, like I said, if you want to flame me, if you want to write a comment down below, if you want to praise me, if you want to send me all of your money, go for it. Just put the comment down below and I'll try and respond to you as soon as possible. Also, again, try not to make this video 15,000 years long, but thanks so much for putting all those nice, loving comments on the last video. I will pick a winner probably. I'll pick probably a couple of winners, and I'll try and get some, I don't know, some crudely drawn ham stickers sent out to you. We'll see how we go. Anyway guys, I'll be off. Cheers.